Hello everyone, welcome to another market direction analysis video. Currently we are at the beginning of a new quarterly contract and the control block is now fully formed. In our previous video we analyzed and expected a bullish fundamental direction. After the control block was formed, we expected a false move to the downside, and that's this sell move that we got here. I thought the sell move would be shorter, but at this point where we expected a reversal, we didn't get a confirmation, so it continued to the next reversal zone, which is this point. At that point is where we got our buy from, and the buy actually pushed up into the monthly control block, and the monthly players came back in to push price back down with this heavy sell orders that we can see here that was activated on this push up. That was responsible for sending the price back to the downside in conjunction with the monthly control block. Around here we were able to get a new buy entry, which also pushed price again into the monthly contract control block, and the monthly players came back in to send price back inside the quarterly control block. And as you can already see, the battle was very strong, and normally we expect the quarterly control block players to be stronger than the monthly control block players, but from the price action and the consistent way in which these monthly contract players were pushing price back into the quarterly control block, it means they are actually strong, which can only be as a result of some of these quarterly players repositioning with the monthly players. So at this point we were still bullish, and you can see the bullishness coming into the market but cannot push all the way to the upside. Now we got to the midpoint of the contract, which is where we expect another reaccumulation. That's the reevaluation phase of the monthly contract, and at that point we are expecting a false move to the downside followed by a continuation to the upside. So now that the direction is bearish for the false move, we can now see them use that sell move to change the direction to bearishness. So instead of the sell move to be a false move, it's going to turn into a swing sell. This is how they've been playing it, and also for us to confirm that the quarterly players have flipped their position back to sell, we see this heavy gap right here. I already mentioned it in many of our videos that when there is a gap within a monthly contract, it means the players inside the block are actually positioning within the contract. When they position inside the control block, we don't get that much gap. Sometimes we get gaps, but it's very small, and it's often at the beginning of the quarterly contract, but it's very small, especially on the forex market. But if you check the futures market, you will see the big gap that form when the contract is being open. And the reason why we don't get that much gap is because the order pairing is happening inside the control block, and in the control block we have big players transacting. So no matter the amount of money you bring in to take your trades, there is always another big player to pair your order with, so we don't get gaps. But in a situation where a control block player is trying to reposition within the contract outside the control block, we always get gaps because the position they are trying to open is big, and there are no big players like them to pair their position with because they are not trading inside the control block. The reason why the big players came back to reposition inside this market is because of what happened between US, Israel and Iran. US in conjunction with Israel decided to bomb Iran over the weekend, and that is why we got this gap as a result of the control block players coming back to reposition for sell. So we got this false sell move which we were expecting. Price dropped, but instead of it to be a false move, it turned into a swing sell. After that, we got another buy signal around this point which pushed price up, and around this point the cycle changed back to sell, which I posted in the Telegram channel when it happened, and you can see the sell that happened afterwards. So right now we are at the beginning of a new quarterly contract. The fundamentals are neutral kind of, so we can't really say it's bullish or bearish, so we'll have to depend mostly on the price cycle. So for this quarterly contract, I'm not going to have a fixed fundamental target. I will assume the sell side is a target and also the buy side is a target. So let's go ahead and mark the control block for this quarter. I'll switch to the 4-hour time frame. That is the quarterly control block marked, and as you can see, price is presently trading within that quarterly control block. Right now, what I'm expecting price to do is to go up a little bit more, maybe to pick this sell order so that I can look for sell opportunities, either to retest the control block or push price all the way to the downside. And when the sell side is taken, because you can already see that the sell target for the new quarterly contract is very close, which is this low right here. I expect price to drop and take out that low. Once that low is taken out, then I can now start looking for buys, because that's the only side left target. So even if the direction the institution's position for is bearish, when they take out this low, that will be a fulfillment of the bearish target. So the next thing will be a reprice to the upside. And also, if the direction is bullish and the target is the high of the previous quarterly contract, then once the institution take out this low, that will be a fulfillment of the first move, and then I can now look for the real move to the upside. So what I'm doing is just trying to wait until everything aligns for one direction so I can take my trade in that direction. So let me just mark out what I'm expecting. So the first opportunity I'll be able to take is if price head up and we get a premium valuation around this region, then I'll be able to take a sell trade to retest the control block and maybe go all the way to the downside to run the target. The second opportunity I'll be looking to take will be for price to come all the way to the downside, take out this low, and after that low is taken, I'll look for a reversal pattern for a reprice or a continuation to the upside. I won't take any of these trades blindly. I would have to watch the orders that come into the market using our daily institutional orders report, so I'll be able to know what the institutions are positioning for and I'll be able to join them in that direction. So that is how I will be playing the first half of this new monthly contract, which also happened to be the beginning of the quarterly contract. So I'll keep you guys updated in the Telegram group. If you want to join that Telegram channel and group, the link to join will be in the description of this video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are yet to subscribe by hitting that subscribe button, and also turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out when we post new videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.